everyone, my name is Leilani. I'm a former public and private school teacher, and I am a homeschool mom of 4 kids. The youngest one has Down syndrome. In this video, I wanted to take some time out for my parents that live in certain states that require some kind of portfolio evaluation to do at the end of the year to present in front of whether it's a principal or a school official or a certified teacher. Some of us really struggle with putting those portfolios together, but I really wanted to be specific here, and I wanted to address those parents that have kids with disabilities, learning disabilities, autism, whether they're on the spectrum, Down syndrome. So it's sometimes very, very difficult to show the physical work that you have your child do at home when you're in the middle of some kind of evaluation. So I'm going to go about this in 2 ways. One, I'm going to show you the portfolio that I've put together so far, because yes, I do have to keep a portfolio too, even though I do homeschool evaluations myself. On my portfolio that I have put together for my youngest daughter, who is 7 years old. If she was in the school system, she would be considered first grade, but she's definitely not at first grade level. She does have Down syndrome, so there are a lot of delays in there, but I'm gonna show you how I put together her portfolio. And then I'm also gonna talk about some of those kids that you're not able to have them write stuff because of the disability. So how you can put together that kind of portfolio. But this is Naomi's portfolio that we are working on currently. As we speak, it's at the end of January, and this is a pretty thick guy right here so far. The idea is that I'm taking sample copies of whatever work that she does. I'm placing them in her binder to show that she's made some improvement. So at the very beginning of the book, in this little pocket right here, I put some of her projects that don't fit in the actual binder. So we have a little book that she likes to draw things in, and that we draw in together, working on sentences. I also put together a book that we put together, the XYZ book, and this is just helping her learn her words. We put it together, glued, wrote stuff in there. So this is in the front. I did put the date on it because for a lot of evaluations, having the date on it is kind of a big deal. At the very front of the book, what I did is I listed out what I consider to be her core curriculum. And I have been adding to this list. The last one you see is September, but I do need to add some more. And there are also some games that we play that I also need to add in there, some activity sets that we play together that I'm going to add in here. I'll talk about this later, but if you have a child that can't actually write things down with their work, sometimes it's good to list the things that you do with them, whether it's a curriculum, whether it's board games, whether it's some kind of activity, therapy, etc. Those kind of things, you want to list those down. So for her, I have her core curriculum, and we actually use So Happy to Learn. And then I have Snap Word curriculum, and I've only used that for half a year. I haven't, I almost want to take a break from it, but it is something that we used. We didn't complete it, but we did use it as a core curriculum. But So Happy to Learn has been absolutely a core curriculum for her. And I did write down that So Happy to Learn actually covers reading, math, and writing. I also have All About Spelling. Actually, it's all about reading. And we use it with the pre-reading stage, which I've been using every day. I'm going to finish that curriculum, no problem. And probably repeat it again. I'm sure I'm going to use the same one again. Maybe repeat the same one. I don't know yet. I don't know. I can't make predictions. But either way, we used it. That's how we wrote it. Then workbooks. I have a lot of extra workbooks that I like to use with her. So I just started kind of listing them out, the different workbooks. And this is kind of where I keep all of her stuff. It's back here. You know, this is one of them that listed. And so we'll go through here and we'll do little activities in here like connect the dots, hide like the hidden picture stuff. And I will actually rip these out and you'll see them as I flip through the portfolio. Another one that I showed was this one. She hasn't finished this one, and I don't think she will, but I will have this book if I have to present it to somebody. I don't really want to rip anything out just because I don't, and I'm just going to put this in the front pocket probably of this, along with the other stuff. It's a pretty thin book. All right, so going to my next page, and of course you don't have to do it in this order. This is where I put activities, games that we continually do. So I put Play-Doh because we do a lot of stuff with Play-Doh. Like we just do Play-Doh. We build stuff that's good for fine motor skills, sensory processing, gross motor skills. It helps with strengthening the fingers, all the things. It's like totally OT in action, okay? Then I put family engagement math and reading packets from Lakeshore Learning. These are these guys right here. They're these little packets that we use, and usually every day I said, you want to play a game, and I'll have her pick out from these packets something that she wants to do. So this is, once again, something that you can do is just list things down that you do on a daily basis. So I put those in there. We also have a subscription to Kiwi Crates that we do, and then paper pie sticker books, which I kind of binge buy those, and we just go through them, and I might throw one in the pocket as well, just to kind of show and tell. And then on the third page, which is not in here, I'm actually going to write down her weekly therapy appointments and all the different therapies that she attends. I'm also going to see if I can get some kind of report from the therapist to show her achievements, her goals. Usually they do some kind of evaluation on her every 6 months, and I'm going to go ahead and stick those in there. Okay, so let's look at the meat of the book. So I have divided my book up into dividers like this, and because she's only in first grade, there's really not too much work in reality for her. I mean, I guess if I saved every single sheet of paper that she doodled on, it would be a lot. So what I did is I put it for, this one says August and September, and all of the work that I have in here is August and September. I'm pretty sure I have the dates, like this one says August 2023. So I'm pretty sure I put the dates on a lot of these. And for example, I always have her name on there as well to show you her work on her name. And this is still hand over hand a little bit. But this is So Happy to Learn curriculum, and I literally am just putting sample copies in here. I can kind of flip through it. I mean, this is literally what you do in a homeschool evaluation, is just flip through and just talk about it. This was a cut and paste that she did. That was definitely hand over hand. Cut and paste is definitely occupational therapy, but you kind of get the idea. I'm not gonna bore you with all the things. So the next tab over here is going to actually be for October, November. So if I skip ahead, you can see what she has for October, November. You can see some improvements with different things that she likes to doodle. She's reading more words, practicing more words, that kind of stuff, right? Okay. Oh, here's one of the sheets from one of the workbooks that I included. Next one is going to be, of course, December through February. Oh, I have some work. These pages, by the way, let me just show you. This is from her occupational therapy. So anything that the OT she comes home with, I stick in there. This was also occupational therapy. This was some music that we did. And then you can see we're also practicing writing. All right, December. And you can see this is not hand over hand. This is her writing her name. And this is all December stuff right here, as well as some January in the back. So this leads you to where I am. And once again, I have these ready to go for March, April, May, June, and then I'll throw them in there when the time comes. I am not too worried about her being on grade level at all, especially when there's a disability. It's like there's really no, I mean, first of all, a homeschool evaluator should not be looking at any benchmarks or comparing your child to anybody else. All they should be doing is checking to see that they made improvements, and you know, it's kind of hard not to make improvements when you're really, really working with your child and you're showing the work that you're putting into them, and you're showing, you know, proof that you worked with therapists. I mean, you don't even have to have therapists. That's a choice. That's an option. It's not mandatory. But just showing that you have worked with your child in some way or another. That's all they're really looking for. And I almost feel like I almost feel like it's easier to show your things when you do have a child that has a unique ability, because there really are no, I don't know, it's like, if they're, it's just, you know, they are who they are. You just, that's it. Wherever they are, that's where they are. And there's no really comparing them to anybody else. Which, that's how it should be for everyone. I'm just saying, like, as an evaluator, that we should be comparing themselves to themselves. So, and your expectations as a parent, what your expectations are for your child, which we have certain things that are important to us, right? For those of you that do have children that can't speak, they can't write, there's physical limitations. As an evaluator, my biggest suggestion for you is to just write things out. Write down the activities that you do, the field trips that you go on. If they are seeing a physical therapist or occupational therapist or speech therapist, ABA therapy, if they're going to those, see if you could get a copy of their goals or their evaluations from the therapist. It's good to have that in your portfolio. If you go on any field trips or any activities, take lots of pictures and print them out, stick them in your binder. I know some people will do electronic binders, so stick them in that electronic folder to show to your homeschool evaluator. You don't need to have actual worksheets in a binder to prove that they did something. I actually, on one of my evaluations that I did, which was completely fine, the person actually pretty much, she had a list of all the activities that she did with them, but she literally went through her house and said, this is what we do with my son. And she demonstrated, and then he would kind of show a little bit on some of them, be like, oh, that's really cool. He would show me what he did. And it was just like a tour of her house. This is what we do. This is an activity. This is what, and so that's how she explained all the things to me. She did not have a binder at all. I mean, she had a tiny one with everything kind of listed out and written out, but most of it was just kind of like little show and tell, and it was completely fine. It does say, I know for Florida, speaking for Florida, that it does say in the law that you as a parent have the right to design the portfolio however you want to, and no evaluator can tell you it's done wrong. We can't tell you it's done wrong. I know that's true for Florida. I'm not quite sure how it works with North Carolina and Colorado and some of those other states, but I do know that's how Florida works. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Or if you know what, actually, because I know a lot of parents that do have children with unique abilities, they're going to be watching this video and they're going to be looking for some more ideas. So if you can leave some of those ideas that you have down in the description box, or actually the comment section down below, so you can share those together, that would be absolutely great. I would love that too, to give me some ideas. If you are interested in my services as an evaluator or as a consultant, or if you need a speaker for a conference, my contact information is down in the description box below. You can reach me through email. I also think I included my Calendly link, which literally, if you click on it, it has all my information about portfolio evaluations and testing and all the things. It's all in there. I hope this helps and brings a lot of comfort, because I do see a lot of parents that are really nervous about their portfolios and what it's going to look like. And don't worry, it's not scary. It's just, actually, I enjoy it as an evaluator because I get to meet you and see all the cool things and steal ideas from you, because you guys are smarter than you think. I'm just saying. I really do steal ideas from you guys. I've been known to jot things down and then purchase them later on. I'm just saying. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Oh, if you want to know more about portfolios just in general, for kids that have ADHD, anything like that, it's got a couple videos over here on the side. You can check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.